The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Canes will boot it away to start the game. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off with it?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Lopez to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Culliver. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels trying to cash it in on first and goal. They want to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Hall. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Gonna look downfield again. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Marches ahead. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game, you want to pay it off and just put some points up on the board.
Well, and see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them go the length of the field, almost 100 yards, even if I get stopped. I'm starting this game aggressive.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and the defense frothing to keep them bottled up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Slithers into space. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this...
Turning it on! Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Gonna run it. It's Russell. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Lopez wants to fire. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead is now 5 here in the first.
And we finally get at least 3 on the board. I know everybody had this at home. We were all expecting the 5-0 to start this one out the gate. So low scoring, not a lot of points. Shoot, maybe that's enough to get it done.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff.
Okay, ready?
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Williams looking for a man. Plucks it out of the air. At the 45 on his way. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number, keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
And the Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw. The receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Bringing the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Off play action. Got a man. It's Schiff. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Williams will pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Dumps it to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Might as well give it to him again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the ground, it's Russell.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Finds his man. It's Culliver. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Tar Heels are on the move. Lopez to pass. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive. And offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Wants to throw on third down. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. We reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10.
Black 14! Black 14!
Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Lopez wants to fire. Gets it out quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snags it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And he will score! Touchdown, North Carolina!
When that field shrinks, you got to have the big boys down here that you can just throw it up to. Let them make plays. Make it look like run. All the big boys on the field. Slip that tight end out. Find him. They'll do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Williams looking for a man. Grab near the marker. It's Moulton. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Moulton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give out of the gun. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the 2nd half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Williams will pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
Punt is on its way. Cradles it at the 35. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Takes the handoff. It's Russell. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff to the lone back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught near the sticks. It's Ship. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
And how about that third down? They go 5 wide. They'd spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Lopez to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Here we go.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Culliver. Touchdown, Tar Heel! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Williams looking for a man. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he's...
There he goes! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That's reeled in. It's Perry. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Canes line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Lopez wants to fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window was way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Rides to back and leaves it. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Tar Heels pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for room. It's Hall. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call. Hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. That's caught. It's Taylor. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They go right back to it. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Caught over the middle. It's Culliver. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Get set.
They're going to run it. Touchdown, UNC! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they hooked a W in this one. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. And the Hurricanes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Here comes the heat. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
This has been a frustrating day. They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the 4th quarter.
And he tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
A strike downfield. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Tar Heels are rolling down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Lopez to pass. Get it out on the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. The screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. They'll immediately call timeout.
North Carolina.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Anderson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back to back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute